What's going on, everybody? So we are here in the beautiful town of Blackville, and I got the mayor with me, Ronnie Parnell. How are you doing, sir?
Welcome, doing great.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here.
Well, we are
beautiful town.
We are happy to be here. The last time we were here, we were at the Healing Springs.
That's correct.
And while we were there, the mayor said, you got to come out here and you got to do a full episode on Blackville. So we are here today, and we are here to talk about it.
A man of his word.
Yeah, I am a man of his word. I am a man of my word. Of course. So
yes.
Let's start. We're gonna walk around and we're gonna take a look at stuff. So tell me first, how long have you been in Blackville? And talk to me a little bit about, what this place is all about.
Well, I'm born and raised here.
Yeah.
I met my high school sweetheart here, my wife. So I know a lot about the town of Blackville. Matter of fact, behind me, this is where I play basketball.
Really, in this area?
This is the original basketball gym for the town, for the high school.
Really?
Now it's currently it's our community center. We have a lot of events here.
Yeah. And so with the people here, talk to me about, what's the energy like here? How do people treat each other?
Well, one thing about it, don't matter where you go, you have some stripes and some issues, but most of the time, when it's come to Blackville, our logo is the Blackville Hawks.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about the town here, people have a lot of energy for just making sure our town grow.
Yeah.
And making sure we stick together and making sure we do things as a family. So I would say we're very family oriented. Very family oriented.
Now, how long did you say that you've been here? You've been here your whole life.
I'm 60 years old.
60 years? I don't believe it.
62.
I don't believe it. 25.
Again, I say blame it on the Healing Spring. But I've been here my whole life.
Yeah.
I did leave and go in the military. Stayed in North Augusta for a good stint for about 20 years.
Yeah.
And I just came back and wanted to make a difference here.
Yeah, what makes you stay here? You've been here your whole life. What makes you want to keep staying here and keep wanting to build this place up?
The love.
The love.
The love of the community.
Tell me about the love.
Family. A lot of people don't understand when it's come to a community. When you're born and raised in somewhere where your wife is here, wife's family, my family, and then we just really just bond together.
Yeah.
And then, people who went to school together, you want to come back. And then when I came back home and saw some of the dilapidation taking place, I said, we got to get into action. We have to do something.
Yeah.
And I wanted to come back and make a difference.
All right, well, we're here at a cool spot today out here right now. We're out here at the old depot, the Blackville Public Library. Talk to me a little bit about this spot right here and its history. When we pulled up, this thing stands out. So talk to me a little bit about this place and what it's all about.
Man, there's so much history here. We decided that the depot that was stationed at the west end of Main Street.
Yeah.
This is where we built this depot in 1910.
1910?
1910.
Wow. And
it was on the west side of Main Street in front of our famous Shamrock Hotel.
Yeah.
That's no longer there.
Yeah.
But this is what made people come to Blackville.
Is this?
This right here.
Yeah.
The train depot.
Yeah.
And people don't understand because what happened was John Black, people don't know him, John Alexander Black. That's what the town named after.
Okay.
John Alexander Black.
Yeah.
That's how we got the name Blackville.
Yeah.
He was in charge of the railroad system. And the railroad system was built to transport goods from Charleston to Hamburg, which is now North Augusta.
So this is truly a special spot here. And now, it's a public library. You guys got the musical garden out here for the kids. So, man, how does that make you feel? What's it like being in a place that just has so much history?
Man, one thing I've noticed, people love history.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of it until I moved back and started learning about the history of Blackville.
Yeah.
And it just fascinated me.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, man, I'm learning about General Sherman.
Yeah.
When he came into the town, in the 1800s and burned most of the buildings.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that the town had the nickname of the town of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because it was burnt four times in the 1800s.
Yeah.
4 times in the 1800s. And it rose from the ashes.
Oh, wow. And look at y'all now. You know,
we're rising from the ashes again.
Yeah, right. Look. The vibe out here is great.
Yes.
You know, we're about to be going out here. We're going to be checking out some of y'all's food spots
That's
later.
right.
But before we get to that, I just got to ask you. You know, is there anything you want to say to, you know, the people of Blackville? You know, just all the people that make this place special. Anything you want to say to them now?
I just want to say I want to thank the community because without them, we'll be nothing.
Yeah.
Our community is what makes this town so special. They come out, they support me. They have a vision. They support my vision, and you know, in implementing things. That's why we have grown from, since I've been here 2.5 years, we have created so many businesses. You know, I know the big towns, I'm gonna say this,
Yeah.
the big cities out there, they say,
Yeah.
why is he bragging about these small little things, a grocery store, a clothing store?
Yeah.
But that's big for us.
Look.
That is huge for us to have a small town, to have these little small amenities that people take for granted.
So you want people to come out here and check out
That's
Blackville.
right. Check out Blackville.
So look, y'all.
Look at the history.
Look at the history.
Come and look at the restaurants.
Yeah.
You know, you'll be surprised with Miller Bread Basket, our Russell pizzas. You will not be disappointed.
Well, we are about to, I want to thank you again for coming out here and talk to us. We are about to go out here right now and check out the 2 spots that you actually just mentioned. So we're going to see what it's all about. We'll see you guys in a little bit.